we were thrilled when we learned that we would be attending the province of Quebec for the first time. Not only would we get an opportunity to fish Lake Kipawa, but we would get to do it with a very special local who knows, our own pro staff member, Miles Jolly. Temiscaming and Kipawa are located in western Quebec, just a short distance from the border of Ontario. You can take a brief drive from the city of North Bay, or approximately a 4.5-hour drive from Toronto, or the nation's capital of Ottawa. Our host communities of Temiscaming and Kipawa are only a short 10-minute drive from each other. When we arrived in Temiscaming, we made our first stop at the center for a meet and greet. The local population was represented by the town of Temiscaming, the municipality of Kipawa, Eagle Village First Nation, and Wolf Lake First Nation. We are really grateful for the genuine enthusiasm these great Canadian leaders demonstrated for their communities during our time with them. Temiscaming's background can be traced to regional beginnings in the forestry industry in the late 1800s. It is reported that the residential development of Temiscaming was carried out by the Reardon Co. to satisfy the needs of mill workers and their families. The Eaton Groceteria was a store on Main Street of Temiscaming in the 1940s, and by the 50s, downhill skiing had become a popular sport in the area. A bird's eye view of the community decades ago reveals remarkable architecture. The view of Temiscaming today from above reveals a picturesque community. Our crew walked along the pathways beside Gordon Creek, which meanders through the community, ultimately flowing into the Ottawa River. We also had a chance to view the mighty Ottawa River from a popular spot known as the Lookout. This section of the Ottawa River, where it widens near the shores of the town, is called Lake Temiscaming. One of the points of interest is a Venetian fountain and wishing well imported from Italy in the 1930s. We also had an opportunity to visit a Quebec Major Junior Hockey League game between two visiting teams being hosted by the city. The Val-d'Or Foreurs played the Rouen-Noranda Huskies and thrilled the crowd and the DimeStore Fisherman. While in Temiscaming, we noticed a welcome sign for the DimeStore Fisherman at the Algonquin Canoe Company, which offers full outfitting on the best whitewater rivers in the Ottawa River Basin, and a variety of Algonquin experiences such as hand drum building, cultural tours, and kayaking tour routes. We had a wonderful lunch where we met and spent time with Chief Harry St. Denis of the Algonquin First Nation of Wolf Lake, who are the proprietors of the Algonquin Canoe Company. Both Philippe and Norm also joined us for the lunch, and it was great to have everyone together sharing actively with us. During our time in the region, we stayed with the fine people at Mawapani Lodge. Mawapani offers its guests the ability to have residence in the main lodge or one of the cottages. We stayed at the main lodge, where our rooms had internet access, televisions, our own bathroom and shower, and comfortable beds. We also enjoyed home-cooked meals. Stepping out from the dining room on the balcony overlooking Lake Kipawa is a breathtaking experience. When we did take to the water to go fishing, we did so with our friends at Camp La Lucarne. Our friend Marcel Plante took us out on Lake Kipawa to fish for walleye.
There we go, he says, I need a net, and I want to get him a net. And here we go, that fish is moving around in the water nicely, and that's a nicer walleye. Good job, Marcel. There we go. Oh, hey, that's a beautiful fish. That's what I'm saying. What a guy, Marcel. Beautiful fish right there. And we'll just pull that right out of there, just like that. Marvelous does the work. That's a nice lengthy walleye on the DimeStore Fisherman. Gorgeous fish. Good job, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, you've been doing this for a while.
5 years.
He says, I'm going to revive this fish. Now, he put on a struggle. There's a DimeStore shower for the ages. Good job, Marcel. Now, look at that. Isn't that a beautiful walleye right there? Kipawa Lake walleye, folks.
It's been reported that Lake Kipawa covers a surface area of 300 square kilometers, and its overall length is approximately 65 kilometers. Lake Kipawa is characterized by narrow arms or inlets, deep bays, numerous large islands, and is an oligotrophic lake with a very high water clarity. We were led to one of the special spots on the lake known as Canal Bay. The high cliff walls stand like sentinels guarding passage on the water. To see the foliage growing from the rock was surreal. Our crew returned to Camp La Lucarne to sit down for a special lasagna dinner prepared by Marcel's wonderful wife. Afterwards, the DimeStore Fisherman took a lazy country nap. The municipality of Kipawa is a special one. Here, nature interacts with everyday life as the community lives and breathes on the shores of Lake Kipawa. This image shows a steamboat in operation decades ago. These are some canoers in the early 1920s. The Kipawa Supply Company was located in Kipawa next to the CPR railway station on the shores of the lake. While in Kipawa, we met with our friend Terry Perrier from the Eagle Village First Nation, and he shared about some of the exciting things that are happening in the community. Our visit coincided a great Canadian event we were able to participate in, the 3rd annual Kipawa Country Fest, which is hosted by the Eagle Village First Nation and features a variety of country western musical talent.
Hey, we're in Kipawa, Quebec right now, and we're at the Eagle Village Band office, and I'm with band counselor Mr. Terry Perrier. And Terry, we've got this 3rd annual Kipawa Country Fest going on. You're the hosts. What does it mean to the community, buddy?
Well, to the community, it's a it's a growing event. It's providing a lot of capacity building and hopefully financial building in the end. It's run essentially through a committee of volunteers, which is great. Volunteers are always well appreciated. The event from year to year has gotten bigger and bigger, and this year was really good with Charlie Major as the headliner on Saturday night. Our steak supper was a big success.
The DimeStore Fisherman had the chance to visit with Sherry Lynn and her band before they performed. We all filed then into the Eagle Village Community Center to have a Country Fest steak dinner. Thanks to everyone who volunteered and prepared our great meal. You can see this crew is hungry. The food was delicious and nourishing. There were areas for children to play, and people traveled from far and wide to participate watching different bands. When the lights went down, it was time for the headliner. It was a real pleasure to have the opportunity to introduce Juno Award-winning 2-time Canadian Country Music Artist of the Year, Charlie Major. Charlie really put on a great show for the crowd. The Kipawa 3rd Annual Country Fest was a fantastic event. A very special thank you to Miss Danielle Gravel for all her hard work in organizing our visit. Thanks, Danielle. Our first visit to Quebec will be one that we will remember for the rest of our lives. The DimeStore Fisherman will return one day to Temiscaming and Kipawa. We will always have the spirit of Lake Kipawa in our hearts.